Hey everyone. So I've talked to some grade levels about using SAS modulars for your PLC loops. If you decide to do that, or if you're just going to use modulars for some practice with your class, just want to remind you how to do that. So if you go to the portal, you'll see this is what it looks like at the top. And then if you just scroll down, we have the practice site is different than the TA interface. The practice site won't give you any data, so that's not where you'll find modulars. We're going to do that through the TA interface. But one other important thing I want to remind you is that before you can assign a modular, you have to do that test certification that you need to do every year. It just runs, maybe 25 minutes. And then you're clear to go ahead and administer test. Anywho, back to modular. So you're going to go to the TA interface. And I already logged in. You would get a screen that you have to log in here. And then we're going to start a new session. And then you can select ELA or math. If we click on the ELA, you're going to notice the plus signs. We are not doing summative. Summative is the big assessment that we do in May. We do not do interim, so we're not clicking that plus sign, but we are going to click the plus sign in modulars. And then another thing important to remember is you want to click on pluses until there are no more pluses. You'll see if I don't click on the plus, but I just check off grade 3, that it is selecting all of these tests for the students. So you want to make sure that you are not putting a check mark. You're just drilling down on these pluses until there are no more. Now you'll see there are no more pluses. So now you can go ahead and choose and check off the one that you want to assign to your students. So I'll go ahead and check off informative. You can see that is the test that's been selected. You have to select a reason, and I just watched a video from the DOE that has some really important information. If you, as a classroom teacher, are assigning these for just your class, it really doesn't matter what the reason is. You can put anything; doesn't matter. But if you're going to use these modulars for PLC and win time, then you want to make sure that every teacher just selects the same reason. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're all selecting the same reason. And that is so that all of the data from the whole grade level is collected into one place, which makes it easier for you to see. So, again, the reasons themselves are not important, but choosing the same reason if you're using it for win is important. So you can go ahead. I'm just going to, whatever, pretest. And then you start a live session. And then you're going to get the session ID that your students will log in with their SAS ID, and then they'll enter the session ID and they can start the test. So those are just a few things that I wanted to remind you about SAS modulars. Let me know if you have any questions.